The penultimate round of the 2014 season was going to go a long way to deciding which team hosts the cutthroat first semi-final. Swan Districts headed to East Fremantle Oval with a tenuous hold on third spot, having won just 4 of their last 5 matches, whilst the Sharks, only patchy of late, had a territorial advantage to stake their claim.
And that's James Bristow. He'll play on quickly to Schofield. Schofield will put it long towards goals. It got the carry, it will.
Now Connor Blakely to Stephen, and that was completely in the back. Mark McGough rather reckless with that one. They've got the advantage. Connor Blakely kicks it up forward. That's going to bounce through. It took a very, very, very good bounce. Now he's gone inboard and found Jukes, who backs himself, shows a bit of toe. 3 bounces if you don't mind. He gets almost to centre-half forward, then tries to spot up a teammate in Carey. Ball got past him. Carey puts the soccer on it and sends it through.
This is Williamson now for the Sharks inside the attacking 50. No mark. Good spoil came the way of Swan Districts. Comes out to Brock O'Brien. He snaps around the body. That's a terrific kick.
And now Reid. It's better each time I see him. Reid. Now O'Brien. He's a dangerous man to leave unattended on the half-forward line. Steadying bounce. Runs almost to 50. He's a thumping kick. He's got 2 in the space of a minute and a half. Brock O'Brien. Taken though by Jukes. His hand pass wasn't particularly impressive. Here's Cholwell for East Fremantle. Sets it up high. He's going to allow the breeze to do the work. That was an expert execution by young Cholwell. Tyler Cholwell has got some ability. And here's Tim Gapin, who made himself available. Goes with a kick across the face of goal. Alari puts a fist into it. Rogers left without it. Alari with great courage and a fair amount of skill, if you don't mind.
Sent it into attacking 50. Simpson stuck out the right hand. Didn't take the mark. Alari involved again. Popped it out towards Stevens. His kick was touched. Sat up though okay for Anderson. Anderson, can he kick the goal for Swan Districts? He can.
Then to McNamara. McNamara's kick didn't find anyone in particular. Brandon Jetta, a little bit prematurely, coughed the ball up and went straight to Boston Williamson. And Williamson has slammed it through. Now off to Schofield, and Schofield, he doesn't even look tired, Schofield. Gets to the front edge of the centre square, goes looking there for Boston Williamson. Getting a critical hand to it was Cassidy. He brought the ball to the ground. That wasn't a great hand pass. The ball hooked off the ground forward by Peake. And running and following on there was Williamson. Big smile on his face. I think the siren has gone. For the victors, Boston Williamson kicked 3 goals. Peake, Schofield and Brock O'Brien 2 apiece. Whilst amongst the single goal scorers, McGough, Rory O'Brien and Henson. The Swan Districts 2 apiece to Anderson and Carey, 1 goal each to Alari, Connor and Nathan Blakely, Jukes and Gapin. The reigning Sandover medalist Rory O'Brien was outstanding with 33 possessions, 8 marks and 1 goal. Dalziel 29 possessions, 7 marks and 1 goal won. Brock O'Brien kicked 2 goals from 26 possessions and 7 marks, playing on the half-back flank. Cholwell, a goal from 25 possessions and 8 marks. 8 marks also to Andrew Stephen on a half-back flank and 24 possessions. 26 to Mark McGough. Williamson kicked 3 goals from 20 possessions and 25 possessions to Jamie McNamara. The Swan District's Ryan Davis was absolutely outstanding with 32 possessions. Connor Blakely in the middle of the ground principally had 25 possessions and kicked a goal. A goal also to Jukes from 20 possessions and 7 marks. Half a dozen marks and 21 possessions from Travis Castley. Rogers had 18 possessions. Alari 19 possessions in a good second half. A good second half also to Anthony Stevens with 17 possessions and Ugle 17 possessions. Massive possession numbers for East Fremantle. 231 kicks, 172 hand passes to 188 and 140 respectively. They took 106 marks to 71. The inside 50s was very comfortable. A bit of a blowout indeed by 14 in favour of the Sharks. Free kicks went the Swan Districts team's way, as did the centre breaks. But at the end of the day, it was the score that really counted. And it was a big one too, after leading all of the afternoon by 9 points at quarter time, by 45 points at the long break and 51 points at three-quarter time. East Fremantle ran out winners by 62 points, 18-14, 122 to Swan District's 9-6-60.
Yes, thanks very much, Phil. Brock, you've already taken the boots off, mate. Is that because leather poisoning this afternoon?
Oh, no, did a bit of running, so yeah, my feet are pretty sore, so I'd rip them off straight after the game every week.
Mate, we were just talking on the way over. East Fremantle playing some of their best football, where some of the other teams above you are starting to fall over. Must be a good thing.
Yeah, we're playing. Yeah, it's coming into the pointy end of the season, and yeah, we're starting to play really well. Good team footy, good pressure. Yeah, so hopefully next week, we get another win and yeah, take it into the finals.
Mate, some of the back line really rebounding well, and a couple of new names in there. Jupp's playing well, Erdley's playing well, just stepping up for you, and a couple of goals from half-back as well.
Yeah, all the young boys are just playing their role, doing what the coaches say. So yeah, we're going really well. It's good.
Dotty tried to sneak up for a goal. You might have to have a bit of a word to him about how to do it. He was trying to ride it through, but everybody really participated on the park this afternoon.
Yeah, I think Dotty's goal was pretty close, but he's spewing about it. But yeah, like I said before, pressure was great. Going into finals, hopefully we can play that way next week and the following weeks as well. You
had the week off last week. Did it really freshen you up and give you a little bit more energy for today? Because you certainly sort of really started off hard in that first quarter.
Yeah, Steve gave us the weekend off last weekend, freshen us up before the finals. The bye come at a good time before the finals as well. So yeah, it was a good time, good week off, and the boys are pretty fresh.
But I think you're going to get some ice on your head. So you happy about that?
No, not at all.
Cheers, mate. Thanks for talking to us. Played all year.
It's interesting you say that. Yeah, we played pretty well. Wasn't that happy with aspects of the second half with the way we used the ball. Probably Swans were pretty unlucky in the first quarter, losing two of their best players, yeah.
One of the impressive things is the way you come out in that first quarter. You really sort of smashed them and, put them back on the back foot to start with.
Yeah, our first quarters haven't been all that good this year, so it's one thing we've focused on. We could still do things better earlier. I think they got the first goal from a free kick, so that was a bit untidy, but, you sort of aim for perfection, but expect you never get it, I guess, as a coach.
A good thing that you're playing good footy at the right time of year, and a couple of the other teams are starting to fall away a little bit.
Well, on the surface, yeah, but, we know it can change. History's littered with teams that have been built in the last game and won the next week, but, our focus was to play a good brand of footy today and to do the same again next week.
You had the bye last week. Was there a big build-up for this game today? I know that, the boys were right into that song there. Obviously, the directors and everyone's pretty happy down here this afternoon.
Pretty high build-up. I probably pulled back a little bit, knowing that there's hopefully a few more games of mass importance to come. So it wasn't over the top, but maybe that's better than being over the top.
Mate, and the good thing also, a lot of contributors today, not many passengers. A good sign going into the finals.
Yeah, it is. The last couple of weeks, all have contributed. We had a few guys down, but they still contributed. Just can't afford guys to just go completely missing, and we didn't have any of those.
Well done the club too, mate, getting the ice bucket tipped over you, and I noticed there was a big cheer for you. Well done.
Shows up the baldness, doesn't it?
Good stuff, mate. Thanks.
Thanks.
In other matches played over the course of the weekend, on Friday night at Fremantle Oval, South Fremantle, one for the books. Turned it up on Subiaco, 15 goals, 9.99. The Bulldogs 14 points to the good of Subiaco, 12-13-85. And in other matches played this afternoon at the Showgrounds, Claremont by 1 goal over West Perth, 8-6 to 6-12. And at Bendigo Bank Stadium, a big win for East Perth, 14-21 to 5-9. The margin down there, 66 points. And looking to the ladder, East Perth will take out the 2014 minor premiership. Subiaco in second. East Fremantle have jumped over Swan Districts and will host a first semi-final here at East Fremantle Oval. Claremont have had a terrific finish to the season. They notched up their 10th win today over West Perth, who are on 8 wins. So too South Fremantle, who have had a good positive finish to the season. Teal, Thunder and Perth look as though they're going to take out the wooden spoon. Next week, we travel to Medibank Stadium. It is the final round of the home and away season. Round 23, East Perth versus Claremont, live on air from 2 p.m.